The Athletic, quoting John Wall, is on a conference call, "I'm 110%, I'm healthy." And then Fred says, "I'll answer the follow-up," since he and the organization have said it 392 times, no, he does not plan on coming back. But then, boom, the other day, Ian Begley comes in. Hey, Wizards and John Wall both said he's not going to return. But some Eastern Conference teams expecting to head to Orlando are planning as if Wall may return to the court once the season resumes. Wall's been sidelined since December 2018. So now, is John Wall coming back? He says he's 110%. And then there's this guy, Broussard, looking good. I saw him riding a bike on Instagram the other day. I don't know if he's coming back. Some numbers in, Fox Bet has got the Nets championship. If you want to get on Fox Bet, like Nick Wright, prognosticators, that line is moving up a little bit, which makes me think that maybe Durant and Kyrie are coming back, Broussard. So I'm most excited about actually what I don't know, whereas some of my favorite players are going to be back on the court this year.
Well, Nick stole all of my material, so I have nothing to say. No, I'm with you, Wilds. It's all about Kevin Durant. With all due respect to John Wall, I am so excited to see if Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving come back. Now, if they do, Brooklyn would by no means be the favorite in the Eastern Conference, but you could not write them off because everybody in the East is flawed. Milwaukee's got one superstar. Boston is young. Toronto has no superstars. Philadelphia is immature. Miami, they are what they are. They're not winning a championship. Brooklyn would be stacked and have a shot. I'm, again, not a favorite. I wouldn't necessarily pick them, but they'd have a shot. And if they could get to the finals somehow, it would be one of the most incredible stories that we have seen. And oh, what a finals if they face, say, the Lakers. Kevin Durant is obsessed with being perceived as better than LeBron James. He went against LeBron and beat him in Golden State, but everybody said, of course you beat him. You went to the 73-win Warriors, so he didn't get the credit necessarily for that. This time, if he met LeBron, it would be even. LeBron's got AD, KD would have Kyrie. It'd be a great matchup. And don't forget, Kyrie against LeBron. That would be exciting as well. Storylines would abound. It might be fantasy, but I am just watching that. That would be the most exciting thing we could ever hope for.
So let me jump in here on the Kevin Durant stuff, because I've been very adamant and consistent that I think it's unfair, even though it will have been 400 days, to put this pressure on KD to step right into a playoff atmosphere. And I still think it's unfair to put any outside pressure on him. However, now that we know there's 8 regular season games that are going to be played before you actually have the playoff atmosphere, to me, that does open the window at least slightly more that KD might give it a shot. Because he won't have to have, if they went right to the playoffs, it would be Kevin Durant coming off an injury in a playoff game against the Toronto Raptors, 2-7. That just felt like a ridiculous ask for him. But if you've got 2 weeks where he can kind of ease himself in, where he can play the first games of his life with Kyrie Irving as a teammate, that does become a possibility. Now, I'd like to talk to some doctors about, even if KD could have always been ready by mid-August, if he was always targeting to be ready by mid-October, does that mean the rehab would have been done differently? Does that mean that maybe if they would have known this was coming, they would have done a different type of ramping him up that they weren't doing because they didn't know the league year was going to pause for 3 months? I don't know those things, but because it's an 8-game, not warm-up, but before we get to the playoffs, Jenna, I do think it becomes more possible that Kevin Durant comes back, in which case Kevin Durant and Kyrie will get the privilege of losing to Giannis and the Bucks, but it'd be good to have them have a playoff run together.
That's interesting. The timing of his rehab might have changed had they known the way the season was going to play out. Haven't thought about that. But Wilds, I want to ask you another angle here. So the season starts up July 31st. Everything is now going to get pushed back. How does that affect some of the big NBA dates now moving forward?
Oh, Jenna, I went on old calendar, it's called.